We are back, guys, but this time with a very different video. I am recording this video from my old crappy GoPro Hero 4. It has really bad audio. It's kind of ironic because in this video I'm showing you guys how to have a higher quality video and then I'm putting out a lower quality one. But the reason why I'm doing that is so I can move freely and show you guys my setup here and really talk about everything. This video is going to focus on how to have a medium to higher quality streaming or video editing or both. So a lot of the equipment here I invested in over the years. I was also in the music industry for a very long time, and a lot of the good equipment that I use for music I can use now with my gaming videos and streaming. So I'm going to give you guys an overall view of all of the equipment that you might need if you want to engage in these activities, and we'll kind of talk about each one very quickly after I give you the quick overview. So guys, for streaming or video editing at a higher quality level, you're going to need these things. If you're streaming from console, obviously you need the console that you're streaming from. You're going to need a capture card to capture the console footage onto your computer. You're going to need two monitors, guys, two. One could be a TV, but monitors are the best for gaming. And of course, you're going to need a PC, a decent PC to be able to put out high quality stuff. You guys are going to need a webcam to record your face. You're going to need a microphone, and possibly after the microphone, you're going to need an audio interface, which I have down here, and maybe even a mic preamp if you really want to step up your game. And on your computer itself, guys, you need streaming software such as Streamlabs OBS, and you're going to need a video editing program. Now, since we're talking about a higher quality streaming or video editing, you guys want to make sure that the background of your camera is looking good. If you don't have a cool room or cool props to put behind you, you can simply do what I did right here. Buy a green sheet off of Amazon for $12 and basically just nail it to the wall and it should work fine. If it's up against a surface like a wall, there will be no shining light going through it and it will work best. And then last but not least, guys, is you probably want your own gaming area like I have right here, my man cave. The reason why I say you want your own area is so you can be yourself while you are video editing or streaming, especially if you're younger and you might live with your parents. It can be hard to really be yourself when you're doing these things. So it's important to have your own getaway room where you can really focus and do your thing. Oh, and of course you have to have the white wolf. So streaming and video editing go hand in hand here, guys. Almost everything you use for streaming, you're also going to use for your video editing, or at least I do. So if you're streaming from your PC, guys, you don't need the capture card or the console, obviously. But if you're streaming from console, guys, you need that capture card. A capture card is a device that basically takes your PlayStation 4 footage, PlayStation 4 in this situation, footage, and uploads it or captures it onto your computer, and it allows you to see it on your computer screen. So then you can either, send that out for a live session like streaming, or you can record that gameplay and use it for video editing at a later date. So here's my capture card, guys. This is the back of my PlayStation 4. An HDMI cord runs all the way along, and taped onto the back of my desk is the capture card. From the capture card, you have an HDMI cord that runs out and goes to the monitor that you will be playing on. And there's also an HDMI USB type thing that goes into the computer so you can capture your footage. So once you guys have your capture card set up, you have to have a program that will allow you to actually record the gameplay and save it onto your desktop, or it will allow you to project it out to a live stream. In this case, I use something called Streamlabs OBS. You can use OBS, and there's some other services available as well. As you guys can see, here's my PlayStation 4 monitor that I will be playing off of, and you can then again see it right there, guys. So if I wanted to go live, I would come down here and go live and make sure it's hooked into my Twitch or YouTube, and I can get fancy in this program and have a starting scene or have a just chatting scene. So this is how people get fancy with their streams, guys. And if I wanted to record it to save the gameplay onto my computer, I would go down here and hit record, and then I could just record. You can do both at the same time or one or the other. So now we've talked about the capture card and then having a program that you can actually record or go live with. Now, guys, the other important thing is the PC that your capture card is going through. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars, but you might want to spend, at least, I don't know, $900 to $1,200 on a PC. If you have a good quality PC, not only can you probably game on it and also stream from your PC, but you can also put out a higher bit rate for your streams and just have a higher quality video editing overall than if you had a really cheap, crappy computer. But you can do it with a less powerful computer. I used to use my old Mac right here, and it worked okay. If you guys want to see what type of PC build is good for streaming and video editing, definitely just look it up on Google. There's plenty of videos out there. So now, guys, we need to make sure that on our stream that we have a capture device that will capture our beautiful faces as well as a microphone. It's kind of important to have a camera, guys. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to be successful, it's a lot easier if people can actually see who the person is that they're following, and then they can develop a liking towards your personality and see the face behind the personality. It's just easier, guys. So it's kind of important to have a webcam. My webcam comes from my PC right here, guys, and it just sits right on top of my PlayStation 4 monitor. I got a Logitech C920 or something. It's a pretty good quality. It's not super expensive, but it's not cheap either. I do recommend this webcam. It's very nice. And once you have the webcam hooked up, guys, you can bring that webcam into your Streamlabs streaming or video recording software, and you can kind of turn it on. And there you go, you can see me right there, and then you can make it big or small, etc. Next up is the microphone, guys. I use a Shure SM7B. It's a very good microphone. The reason why I have it is because I was in the music industry for so long, and this is the microphone I use to record my voice. So I figured I might as well use it for gaming. I think it's a $300+ microphone these days, but a lot of good streamers use it, and a lot of podcasts use it. It's a good microphone to have. And as you guys can see right here, I have it on a studio arm right here. This is super useful, guys. I used to use a mic stand and it would sit right in front of me right here, and I would stub my toe on it. The camera would catch the mic stand. It just looks stupid. I invested, well, actually I got this for Christmas. I asked for this for Christmas. I asked for a studio microphone arm, and guys, look at it. I can pull it right up to my face, get it where I want it, and I can swoop it out of the way when I am done. Now, guys, if you don't have a USB mic, it's not going to hook directly into your computer. In this case, my microphone cord runs all the way down here into a device right here called an audio interface, guys. And what this does is it takes your microphone signal, your voice, and turns it into a line signal that can be read by your computer, and therefore you can see it on your computer and edit it and also use it for your stream. Audio interfaces can be pretty cheap. This one's probably $100. It's a pretty good one. It's called a Focusrite Solo. Yeah, Scarlett Solo. I haven't thought of the name in so long that I forgot the name of it. But something that I do, guys, that separates my quality from other people in many cases is I have what you call a microphone preamp right here. So instead of my microphone going directly into the audio interface, first it passes through this microphone preamp right here. And this is a very expensive device right here, guys. I bought it because I was in a band and I wanted to record my vocals from home, so I invested in it. It's very nice. What it does is it amplifies your microphone signal. It makes your voice a lot louder, and it makes it just a better quality with more warmth. So my microphone basically comes from here down into the mic preamp, then into the audio interface where it turns into a signal that can be read by the computer. Now, a lot of audio interfaces, such as this one right here, they have built-in microphone preamps, but obviously they're not as good as a standalone one that costs a lot of money. But usually they're good enough, and a lot of people really only do that. They only run it through the audio interface, and they can get a really good quality themselves. But I have the equipment, so I might as well use the more expensive, better equipment. All right, guys, now we've talked about the webcam, which we have hooked into the PC, and then we can bring up that webcam in our streaming software so we can see ourselves and record ourselves. And we also talked about the microphone, which runs into the mic preamp, which you probably won't have and you really actually don't need. So the microphone runs into the mic preamp and then into the audio interface, which you might need. And then that goes into the computer, and then we can bring up our voice on our streaming software as well, just like we did with the webcam. I won't get into specifics about that. But like I said, you might just buy a microphone that is USB, and your microphone will directly just hook into your computer, and you will eliminate the steps of needing the mic preamp or the audio interface, and you'll kind of do things on your computer with programs on your computer to make your voice sound better. I think the Yeti mics that a lot of people use are USB mics, and it's just a lot easier. So actually, if you're just getting started, I would probably just get one of the USB mics, but a higher quality USB mic, instead of having to go through figuring out this mic preamp and audio interface stuff, which can be pretty confusing. So the green screen behind me, guys, I'll back up a little bit. I ordered it off of Amazon for maybe 12 bucks, and then I just nailed it to the wall. You want to get rid of all the wrinkles. I did iron it, and then you don't ever have to touch it again. And if you have a wall behind it, no light will get through, and you'll have a good quality green screen that will make sure that your background is eliminated. Now with the green screen, guys, you do need good lighting, and you kind of need even lighting on both sides. I actually usually have this light on up here, and then it usually you can still kind of see the green sheet in the background, and I figured out how to eliminate that by adding a light down here. And I kind of turn this at the wall and what it does is shine it onto this part of the green screen to get better lighting, and then my green screen comes out perfect. All right, let's quickly talk about the video editing aspects now, guys. So everything I used for streaming, the mic, the webcam, the Streamlabs software, all of that I use for video editing as well. Well, not actually video editing, but I use to record my videos. The difference is that when you're in your Streamlabs OBS software, you are making sure to hit that record button so your stream is being recorded, or maybe you don't want to stream, maybe you just do only a recording session of certain things. But what you have to do after you record the video is obviously edit your videos, and that's where a lot of skill kind of comes into play, a lot of learning. You have to really spend a lot of time with video editing softwares to really get good at them, but it's important to just start and get the basics down, and you'll realize as you keep doing it, it's not as hard as it sounds the first time that you do it. So what I use here, guys, is a program called Davinci Resolve 16. It is a free program. You can spend $300 and get the studio version, but they give you a free version that has almost everything you need. There really is nothing that I had needed from the studio version yet, so I'm still using the free version. So right here, guys, this is Davinci Resolve 16 right here. All the files are red because I already deleted these files, but this is where you edit your videos. Like down here, you do your cuts, you can do transitions, you have a page where you can edit the color of the video, and then there's a music page, etc. This is Davinci Resolve 16. I highly recommend it because it's free and it's very good. So guys, that's it. If you guys want a medium to higher quality stream and video editing capabilities, make sure you get a good amount of this type of equipment. It's important to really research specifically what you might need, because you don't need everything that I have, or you might want something different. Like you might want a USB mic, you don't want to deal with a mic that you have to go through a mic preamp and an audio interface. There's easier ways of doing this. This is my setup though, and you will need generally the same type of items that I have. So hopefully this helps you guys if you guys are new, or if you've already been streaming and doing video editing, but you just want to step up your quality. The whole process is confusing, guys, and when you're first learning how to do it, especially if you're not experienced at all, taking in it all is hard. It's going to take you weeks to get these things set up and really get things rolling the way you want in your software, especially the video editing. When you get a video editing program, guys, just focus on the basics first. Watch YouTube tutorials and bring your video footage in and focus on cutting it and getting rid of the errors in the video, and then you can kind of over time get better at maybe putting in special titles and transitions and cool music and all that stuff. But guys, it's complicated to do all this stuff the way that you really want to do it, but it's possible. You just have to really put your mind into the focus zone and do your research, get the supplies that you need. You have to invest in yourself if you want to be successful. Lower quality things just don't typically make it these days. Of course, some people are able to do it, but really, guys, you have to be invested in your business of doing YouTube videos and streaming. Otherwise, people will be less likely to follow you, and you will just grow a lot more slowly. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I apologize about the quality of this video. I will get back to doing my regular gaming, comedy, game review type videos probably tomorrow. So if you guys are new to the channel, hit that sub button. I do all sorts of videos on this channel. I do live streams as well. And just check out my channel, guys. There's a whole video section. I have hundreds of videos on this channel, and some of them might suit you. I appreciate all your guys' support, and hopefully this helped you guys. If you guys have any specific questions about any of the equipment or any little things or anything at all, just put it in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer that.
I'm about to kill it, gotta be the kid, I gotta be the villain. I be on the rated, now I gotta do it. I'm a warrior, I'm coming with the truth. So shit, yeah, that's how we march. Back in the game, and I kill it with the bars. Everybody really